Prepare yourself for a journey into the deepest darkness of the human imagination. In the video you are about to watch, we will delve into the depths of the terrifying legend of the Headless Mule. Feel the shiver run down your spine as we venture through the winding, uninhabited paths of the dark narrative surrounding this cursed creature. Every detail of this story is vital, every shadow, every whisper, every glimpse of the cursed mule. Don't look away, don't miss any detail, because it is in careful observation that the true essence of terror lies. Follow each step, each ragged breath, as if your very life depended on it. Why is it important to follow every detail of this video, you may ask? The answer is simple but crucial: knowledge is power. By unraveling the mysteries behind the legend of the Headless Mule, you will be strengthening your understanding of evil, preparing you to face the horrors that lurk in the shadows of existence. With each shiver, with each accelerated heartbeat, you will be becoming more resilient, more able to face the challenges that the darkness presents. So don't hesitate. Leave your light to signal your courage in the face of the unknown, and follow every detail of this video as if your very soul depended on it. For only by confronting our deepest fears can we truly understand the extent of the terror that surrounds us. On a dark and silent night, deep in the interior of Brazil, sinister whispers about the terrible legend of the Headless Mule echoed. Residents said that, decades ago, a woman of incomparable beauty, but with a corrupted soul, indulged in forbidden pleasures with a priest from the small village. The fruit of this sin, they said, was the curse that fell upon her, transforming her into a hideous creature, half woman, half mare, headless, but with fiery eyes that the Headless Mule was said to roam the region's dark trails, searching for lost souls to satisfy his insatiable hunger for revenge. His presence was announced by the ominous sound of hooves pounding against the ground, echoing like a dark omen to all who dared cross his path. The bravest dared to defy the legend, venturing into the darkest nights in search of answers or fleeting glory. However, few returned to tell their stories, and those who did brought with them the burden of terror and insanity, marked forever by the sight of the hellish creature. On full moon nights, the Headless Mule seemed to intensify his dominance over the region, spreading fear like an unstoppable plague. His dark shadow loomed over the village, plunging the hearts of the residents into an abyss of despair and distrust. On nights shrouded in dense shadows, the most superstitious of the small country village trembled at the mere mention of the terrible legend of the Headless Mule. For them, the sunset was the sign to retire, lock doors and windows, and pray that the creature would not cross their thresholds. The winding, uninhabited paths became deserted after dark, as no one wished to face the possibility of an encounter with the cursed mule. It was said that his name echoed like an omen of imminent death, a shiver that ran down the spine and announced the arrival of terror. Those who, through bad luck or foolish curiosity, witnessed its passing were haunted by horrifying visions that invaded their minds like sharp claws. Vivid nightmares mixed with reality, throwing them into an abyss of madness and despair, where the boundary between what was true and what was nothing more than an illusion blurred. No one dared to challenge the curse of the Headless Mule, as they knew that the fates of the brave who tried to face it were as dark as moonless nights. Instead, they chose to shelter under the cloak of superstition, praying that the hellish creature would never knock on their door, for they knew that if it did, it would be the end of their souls and the beginning of an eternity of torment. Courage was a faint lantern in the dense darkness that enveloped the legend of the Headless Mule. A few, driven by an insane mix of bravery and foolishness, decided to face the creature that terrorized the region. However, they quickly discovered that their act of boldness was only an invitation to despair and desolation. The brave who ventured to confront the cursed mule were greeted by the incandescent gaze that burned like infernal embers. These eyes, more than mere flaming orbs, pierced the souls of the unwary, exposing their deepest weaknesses and casting them into an abyss of terror and agony from which there was no return. Those who survived their encounter with the Headless Mule emerged from the ordeal forever marked. Their minds were haunted by the echo of their own harrowing screams, echoing as a constant reminder of the horror they witnessed. Each blink was a reenactment of the moment they found themselves before the creature, each sound in the night a reminder of what could emerge from the shadows. Condemned to live tormented by the weight of their experience, survivors sought refuge in the confines of their own minds, where the light of reason struggled to dispel the darkness of trauma. But even there, in the suffocating silence of their own conscience, the ominous presence of the Headless Mule continued to haunt them, a constant reminder that evil never rests and that courage is often just a cruel trap for fools. For the village's inhabitants, the presence of the Headless Mule was an ominous reminder that evil can manifest itself in ways beyond human comprehension. His existence challenged conventional notions of reality, plunging the hearts of men into an abyss of uncertainty and despair. Lurking in the deepest shadows of the human soul, the cursed mule personified the sins and forbidden passions that haunted the conscience of the village's residents. Her whinny echoed like a dark echo of the temptations that led them to the abyss, reminding them that no sin escaped the watchful eye of darkness. And so, as the stars twinkled in the night sky and the moon cast its pale light over the land, the legend of the Headless Mule continued to echo through the centuries, a grim reminder that evil never rests and that the line between the world of the living and that of the dead is more tenuous than we dare admit. Thank you for watching. Your courage in facing the darkness is commendable. By sharing this video, you're not just spreading fear, but also awareness. Together, we empower each other to confront our deepest fears and unravel the mysteries of the unknown. Share the terror, share the knowledge. And now, I invite you to watch the next chilling tale that awaits on your screen.